What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Coach Joe here, Heartletics.com. And listen, today's episode, I'm just going to let you guys know I might be saying some things in here that might trigger you. Okay? This episode is it's very real, it's very raw, but I want it to be that way because at the end of the day, if this was a cheerleader program and a coaching program, sure, right? Somebody's always going to tell you what you want to hear, but that's not who I am. I'm a coach, right? I'm the coach. I tell guys what they need to hear. And hopefully, right, by you just watching this video or listening to this podcast, something sparks up inside of you and it's going to give you all the tools to start taking action. And we're going to talk about the reason why in today's video, today's episode. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, welcome. My name is Coach Joe with Heartletics.com. I help guys transform and change their lives, really give them all the tools to succeed, to become the best version of themselves mentally and physically, and obviously, see the results that they want and learn how to do that, sustainable habits every step of the way. But in today's episode, once again, we're going to be talking about something a little bit different, okay? What we're going to be talking about is called the pain of regret. So you've all been in some form, right, in your life, had to deal with some kind of negativity, some kind of depression, or maybe you regret something. I don't want you to live a life full of regret anymore because odds are for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years of your life, you've been living in regret and you became so comfortable with living in regret that you don't even know what it's like to be happy anymore. You don't even know what it's like to become yourself anymore. Like, think about it. Back when you were a kid, right, you had all these dreams, you had all these ambitions and all these different things that you wanted to achieve in life, and then something happened. Maybe it was, getting married or getting a career or going to school, maybe having kids. Something happened where you just became stuck in this comfort zone where it's just fine with being who you are. And I have just no respect for that at all. I didn't have respect for that back when that's who I was. Honestly. Like before I started Heartletics, I was fine with who I was. Like sure I wanted to do things and, achieve certain things, but I was also very complacent, right? Compliant. I was okay if things didn't matter, if things didn't change. I was okay. And I got to tell you guys, I was just living in depression without even knowing it. And somebody, right, that might be listening to this podcast or tuning into this episode might also be living in this depression. They don't even know it. And I'm here today to just wake you up, brother. Wake you up, just shake you by the collar, and then give you a big hug and just whisper in your ear and just tell you, like, listen, stop living this life of regret. Like, if you're not happy with your life, today's the day to make a change, and here's how. And I want you guys to understand the reality of this. I'm not trying to sell you and say, oh, sign up for Heartletics. I don't care at all. Like here's the reality, right? My mission board, right? Like everything that's my goals, right? My goals are all over my office, right? I can see my goals constantly. It's all the effect of changing millions of lives. Do you think, well, at least right now, right? At least right now, with me and my team, we can't handle 1 million people, right? We can't do that. Or else we'll be the type where we have to just, make these cheap one size fits all cookie cutter programs and just sell them around like hotcakes, right? But then I wouldn't need a team for that. I could do that all by myself. But then what's the point? Because that's not changing and in people's lives. And so why I'm telling you guys this, why this is all going to make sense, because I'm not trying to say like you need Heartletics. You don't. What you need is you. What you need is to find yourself again. Think about the old you, the one that had that passion, the one that had that drive, that desire to make a change and go after their goals. What happened to them? That's what I want to know. What happened to them? Why did we get stuck? Why does this have to be our lives? Where, hey, we get married, you get a great job, right? We have some kids, and then all of a sudden, like, it's just like we're put on the back burner. Where all of a sudden, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, we look back and we say, holy cow, our life has been just a wash, right? Like, sure, there were some great memories there with the family, but like, just been letting ourselves go. Year after year, we're constantly getting bigger. Year after year, we're constantly getting unhealthier. We got one life here, guys. One life here to lead by example. And now our kids just saw us for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years living this horrible life where we just didn't care anymore. To where maybe they're growing up in our footsteps now. They don't care about their health either. They don't care about being more active. They don't care about, inspiring others. They don't care about, eating healthy or whatever the case may be. They just stop caring. And then we're trying to yell at them, right, to make a change, but yet we don't take our own actions, right? We don't utilize the only things that we are telling our kids this. We're not following through with our own, right, words. So now we're being a hypocrite. Now we're being a liar. Now we're being an oxymoron. We're telling somebody, hey, please do this, right? It's only going to help you out in the future. Like, start eating healthier. Start being more active. Like, I know those kids are picking on you and making fun of you right now, but hey, let's just start eating a little bit healthier. Guess what? It all starts with you making that change. But here's the thing. Your kids didn't have to go through that. They didn't. But they did because of you. It's called the cost of inaction. By you not taking action on your goals, by you getting stuck, by you being compliant and just living in this comfort zone, this norm, this reality. That's what makes other people, right, start to not embrace who they could be also. And then they get stuck. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. We have one life here on earth, one life to make a difference. That's it. You don't need to be a millionaire or a billionaire or have all these hundreds of thousands of, followers on YouTube or social media or whatever the case may be, or be a big politician or be a celebrity no. You don't need to be anything like that. But what you need to understand is that there are people that's looking up to you. Maybe your family, as in your spouse, as in your kids. Maybe, who knows? It's you deciding to make a change because you had enough of it. And you deciding to prioritize your health once and for all because you deserve it. And by you starting to take action, by you starting to go for more walks in the neighborhood, starting to eat healthier, guess what? That little kid down the street sees that. And he starts going for more walks because he's starting to see the changes that you make. Or maybe it's, maybe it's your neighbor, maybe it's your coworkers. They start seeing that you start taking this action. You start becoming the best version of yourself. And guess what? That sparks, right, into other people's lives as well. Where they have this light to now grow and shine and become the best version of themselves as well. Can we just start living our lives like that and understanding that, your life has that effect on others? How would you do things differently? They always say, and I always remember my dad telling me this, right? How you do one thing is how you do everything. Why don't you follow through with the same principles, right? What are your eating habits when no one's around looking? What are your training habits like? How you do one thing is how you do everything. Let's start making our lives worthwhile again. Let's start putting some more meaning to our lives, because at the end of the day, when we start to prioritize, be a little bit selfish and care a little bit more about our lives, guess what? How many more other people's lives can we change here? How many more other people can we positively affect and influence? Because that's what I'm after. That's what I'm selling, right? I'm not on here to sell you about Heartletics. What I'm on here to do is sell you about who you are and who you should be becoming, which is the best damn version of yourself each and every day. How do you become that person? It's so simple. You start taking the steps. Because right now where you are with your life, inside your comfort zone, it is killing you. it's only going to make the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years a lot harder for yourself, just like how it has been. So what you need to do is just start taking the same steps that got you in here, right? 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? 1 foot in, right, left. It's that simple, right? It's what got you stuck. Now let's pick ourselves up, brush off the dirt, and start walking outside of our comfort zone. Start getting to where we're meant to become in life. A better parent, a better father, a better husband, right? Somebody that our kids and our community and our coworkers respect, because we respect ourselves once and for all. You have that power deep down inside of you to lead others to greatness, to inspire others. You have that gift within inside of yourself. But somebody, right? So you got all this gasoline that's inside of you, which is great, right? You got all the matches, right? You got all the wood, right? The Kindle, right? But you don't have the little light. You don't have that little spark. And hopefully by you hearing this episode, it gives you that spark. It gives you that little light. That's what you need to set fire to this fire that's deep down inside of you for you to start taking action. For you to start realizing that today's the day that you wake up. There's no more tomorrow. Today's the day. There's no more past. Today is the day. Pick yourself up. Brush off the dirt. You've been stuck here for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Start walking outside your comfort zone, and I promise you, right? The beer belly, right? The lacking of energy, the lacking of, the motivation, the whatever the case may be, where you constantly feel like you're stuck in a rut, it's going to surpass. It's going to fall off of you eventually, right? As long as you continue to take these steps day in and day out outside of your comfort zone, it's going to fall. And what you're going to find on this journey, right, is that 2.0 version of yourself. You're going to find that person that you're trying to become. The person that has more energy, the person that has more ambition, the person that's inspiring so many other people out there because you decided to take a stand. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And today's the day that you rise. Today's the day that you stand up, you brush off the dirt, you step outside your comfort zone, and you start living life how you were supposed to be living life. That is what I'm selling. And I really hope that you buy into you. Because at the end of the day, this is your life, nobody else's. You know what I always say? Life is just one hourglass tipped upside down. You are in full control over how fast or how slow you want that sand to get down to the very bottom. What are the decisions that you're going to make from here on out? Are you going to try to make sure that that sand goes down a lot slower? Because that's what we do at Heartletics. That's how we coach and motivate our guys. Or do you not care anymore and you want it to go down as fast as you can? Obviously you don't. You wouldn't be listening to this episode. But here we are today. And something deep down inside of you has got you to where you're still tuning in almost 15 minutes into this episode. Take a stand today for what's right. Start to prioritize your health once and for all. It's your life, nobody else's. You got to take that stand. You got to commit. It's your life. Love your life to the fullest. Take ownership. Be selfish, right, into prioritizing yourself, right? And I promise you, right, the effect that you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Because once you start inspiring some other people around you, maybe your coworkers, maybe your own kids, whatever the case may be, that's where it's going to be that the greatest high ever, where you want to continue to do this each and every day. You want to continue to live your life like that. Because guess what? That's why you're put on this earth, is to leave a positive impact into other people's lives. And sometimes, right, we just got stuck. And I'm here today to tell you that, hey, the past 10, 15, 20 years, whatever the case may be, today's the day we rise up. Today's the day we're not going to be stuck anymore. Brush yourself off, Buttercup. Start walking 1 foot in front of the other, and let's go. Let's get out of this comfort zone, right? Let's start living our lives like how we were supposed to be living. I really hope you guys got some value from today's episode. That's all I got to say. And if you did, do me a huge favor. Subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Just, press a little subscribe button. Turn on a little bell notification as well. That way you never miss another update. I'm always pumping out new videos. And then if you guys happen to just been hearing this, and maybe you're already subscribed and you're already a follower, just know that I'm so grateful for you, first and foremost, from the bottom of my heart. The second thing is this, you know, go ahead and, maybe take a screenshot or, maybe just share the link, whatever the case may be, that could just help get more views and eyes onto this episode because it did something in your life, right? Where you feel the urge to make a change, right? Let's also affect that others, right? If we can do that, that'll be great. So maybe share it on your Facebook page, maybe share it on your Instagram, story, whatever the case may be. And I would just greatly, greatly appreciate that. Guys, once again, I really hope that you guys got some value from today's episode. If you did, this has been Coach Joe with Heartletics.com. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace out, Girl Scout.